Alright, hey everybody, ZeusPegasus13 here. Almost set up as we embark on our adventure to New Jerusalem. And Falai just joined. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm alright. In pain in a little bit of my left shoulder and scapula. Um, Mainly because of workout and possibly sleep position, but I'll live.
Guess I'll just have to go easier on your next workout.
Yeah, I'm gonna postpone it probably to Thursday instead. And tomorrow I'm gonna spend time with folks. Um, just chill.
Yeah, fair enough.
So the game is a
Slight
gun.
pain on me too. Pinched my finger between under an assembly of 2-inch galvanized pipe.
Oh shit.
Yes, I dropped it onto my foot. Fortunately, the composite toe in my boot protected my toes from getting crushed. However, it didn't protect the finger that got caught between the composite toe and the pipe.
Yeah,
I, I'm
maybe a
o- I'm
slight
okay.
protective.
It's probably just like a slight bruise or something, but it'll be fine.
Yeah. But injuries aside, it's been a good week. It's also been storming a heck of a lot here. So for those in the northern part of the U.S. right now, stay safe. Good luck. Hope that things don't affect you too badly, especially when it comes to power. Um, yeah, the game is loading, and it's taking a while to load. There we go. Do we see things now?
I see things.
Cool. Look at that wonderful game progress. 0, 0, 0, 0, and 0%.
In 2 hours.
What is wrong with us? Why must we explore all the things?
I mean, it's not a bad thing.
We're just unlocking achievements, kind of. And we were just taken aback by the museum and just talking with people.
Yep, and learning lore.
Yeah, that's basically what part 1 was. Basic puzzles to get used to everything, and lore. Glorious lore.
All hail the lore.
No. All hail
Yes.
me. No, Shadow. No, I don't know.
All right. Starts throwing hailstones at Zeus.
You silly.
You said to hail you.
Not what I meant, but alright. Now, as I get this giant statue of the nameless messenger here staring
No,
at.
he has a name. He called himself Prometheus, remember?
Alright, bringer of fire. That dude. Probably someone that did not sit well with Athena, the founder.
Well, it was followed up by him saying, "No, Pandora, you will not hide me away."
Oh, perfect. Alright, so we explored basically the whole that side.
Hey.
So let's see if there's anything else to find before we actually begin.
Indeed.
Before we actually begin a damn game. There's my little social media thing. Which we already read through everything.
I think one of them actually is new. That first thing.
Yeah, we read this one.
Oh, did we? Oh, there we go. I know you have all have been looking forward to playing the winners of the biannual Gehenna Memorial Interactive Fiction Exhibition, now in its 312th edition, at the Gehenna Memorial Pavilion. Unfortunately, due to our new power management and distribution plan, the pavilion will have to remain closed a little longer. Thank you for your patience. This is disappointing. Would have been great to have them ready for completion day. We all have to make sacrifices to stay true to the founder's vision. Those text adventures are the only thing that breaks me out of the monotony. Why prioritize this pointless completion day celebration over an exhibition that people actually care about? Art is one of the last things we actually still do. Is that going out the window as well now? Debate regarding our power management plan is definitely welcome, and you will all be able to express yourselves in the next election. But this thread was just meant as an announcement. I apologize for enabling replies to begin with.
Yeah, that's social media for you. Say something controversial at all and you might get burned.
Seems to be some interesting things around here. Be constant. Remember the goal. Perfection is unchanging. Ominous.
The music's a little soft. I'm gonna raise the volume a little bit. Sound. That's better.
Humans invented complex magnification devices in order to better understand the component parts of the world they inhabited. This led to major discoveries in biology, physics, philosophy, and many other fields.
That's pretty accurate.
A simple utensil used to transport nutrients to an ancient human's mouth, often found in conjunction with a knife and spoon.
No mention of the spork? I'm disappointed. And hello, Socrateser. Welcome to the stream. Much love and hugs for you.
Probably a
And-
much rarer thing, that spork.
Uh-oh.
A printed edition of the complete works of Straton of Stegaria, the materialist philosopher who defined the Talos principle, edited by Athanasios T. Huber.
Pretty sure it's a real thing.
The ancient human mastication apparatus required frequent maintenance. This device is theorized to be an advanced electrical tool for this purpose, although some scholars maintain that its actual use was ritualistic and intended to mark the sunrise and sunset.
Why?
It's a toothbrush!
I know, but come on now.
It's like they don't know things. An ancient human projectile weapon used in hunting, warfare, law enforcement, crime, and personal protection. Produced en masse and used around the world. On average, ancient human killed hundreds of times the population of New Jerusalem per year.
Yeah, we're not proud of that fact.
Moving on. A jigsaw puzzle. Ancient humans derived meaning and enjoyment from problem-solving activities, as noted by the progenitor Alexandra Drennan. While the item on display was created for small children, ancient humans of all ages voluntarily engaged in such activities. Case in point.
Yeah, just different sorts of puzzles. Doesn't have to be jigsaw ones.
May the founder be with you.
Thank you.
Seems there are ruins around here.
Yes, there are.
Purple.
Dude, it's you! You're 1K! So nice to meet you, dude. I saw you on the completion day stream. Hey, have you checked out all this ancient stuff?
Nope.
Well,
What is it,
you
dude?
should really stay and take a look. Hey, dude.
What's a dude?
Dude is an old human word that means an excellent person. And I like to use it because I think we should all be excellent to each other.
I like his reasoning.
Talk about... That's a reference, I'd say.
Let's see. Tell me
Wouldn't
about
you?
yourself.
I'm almost as new as you are. I'm 998, so I've only been around for a year or so. I'm still trying to get the hang of this. It's pretty cool though, right? I mean, existence. It's totally gnarly. I'm not sure if I use that right.
Dude.
Dude.
Had to.
I'm sure the founder knew what she was doing. I mean, our ancestors did sort of mess up, right? So we should probably take it easy with the expanding and stuff. Plus, did you see that trippy sky projection thing? That was some freaky stuff, man. Just
Yeah.
seems safer to stay in the city.
Do you really think so?
Sure I do. When I first left the birthing lab, I was so overwhelmed that I hid in my quarters for 3 weeks straight. And if I'm being honest, that's sort of where I want to be right now.
Tell me about these human artifacts.
They're pretty neat, huh? My favorite is that thing called a toilet.
Oh my
Our
god.
Oh, God.
ancestors had to use it like 3 times a day to do a memory dump, and if they didn't, they freaking exploded. Imagine having to deal with that sort of anxiety all the time. Bummer, huh?
Organic problems.
Oh, God.
Honestly,
Prometheus.
based on everything I know of ancient human culture, I think he's a ghost.
There's no such thing as ghosts.
I don't know, dude. If ghosts don't exist, why did they make so many movies about them?
I mean...
I don't like that logic.
Yeah, dude. I thought this voice pack could give me a bit of confidence, help me stand out, you know? But I'm not sure it's working.
I think it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Here you go, dude.
You don't have to sound like
Maybe
a
you can help me?
traditional
I'm not sure I should keep this
British
voice
sounding
pack.
speaking person. I don't know.
What do you think?
Oh, wait.
You're 1K. You're special. I'm happy to go with whatever you recommend.
Stick with it. Why not?
All right. Excellent. Thanks, dude.
Yeah, man. And we got an achievement. Tell Purple what to do with his voice.
Currency was an ancient human medium of exchange which played a significant role in their systems of labor and resource distribution. Intense conflicts sometimes erupted over the possession of these objects, leading to injuries or even deaths.
That's putting it lightly.
An inflatable sphere used in the popular ancient human game known as football or soccer. This game was played around the entire globe and aroused great passion in its followers. It was also often simulated digitally, most notably in the form of Football Glory, 1994 CE.
Nice. I guess the devs love this game. Oh, we have another guy by the ruins.
Founder bless you, friend.
Who are you?
Belmarsh.
The name I currently go by is Belmarsh. As to who I am, that changes and shifts, don't you find? Every person is an ongoing story, full of twists and turns and surprises.
What are you doing here?
I'm meditating, letting go of narratives like time and space, and simply allowing the illusion that is my ego to merge with everything that surrounds it.
Yeah, I think that's a beautiful expression of unity. It's well said.
It's not unity, but the absence of division.
Oh my gosh.
There was never a self or an other in the first place.
Do you see what happened to the dam?
Yes, I did, but I'm not particularly perturbed by it. Events occur, my friend, that's all. At the end of the day, we are all one. You are the founder, and so am I, and Prometheus is just another story we are telling ourselves.
All right,
Yeah,
shit.
well, that's just, like, your opinion, man.
Just more perspectives. Glad to see a variety of people around New Jerusalem. Plus the movement feels, again, pretty freaking nice. Okay, so we
Okay.
have this structure
Oh,
right here.
here's some more things.
More artifacts. Yes.
Oh no.
Yes, read it.
A massage aid used by ancient humans to combat muscle fatigue and other physical ailments common to biological organisms. This prevented pain, the ancient human equivalent of error codes 704, 705, and 921 to 932.
A massage aid. Yes, precisely. Particularly that of the female kind. Zoop.
A piece of sanitary hardware used to dispose of biological excretions resulting from food and water intake required to power ancient human biology. Such hardware was connected to a vast network of subterranean pipes leading to wastewater treatment facilities, a classic example of ancient infrastructure used to control their impact on the environment.
Yeah, and thank goodness for the toilet. All praise indoor plumbing. Although ideally one day it'd be nice not to have to worry about that or other biological problems.
So you want to be robot?
I want a better body than this, yes.
Oh, it's you. Number 1000. Today is completion day, isn't it? Sorry, I turned off all the streams. Founder bless you, I guess.
Are you alright?
Not really, no. But I don't want to burden you with my problems on your special day.
Go ahead, tell me what's wrong.
You're as new to this world as it gets, 1K. What do you think might give you a sense of meaning? A sense
Oh,
that
God.
life is actually worth living?
This
Oh,
question,
dear.
maybe. Society, obeying orders. I'm no fascist. Pursuing my own self-interest, love, spirituality, a combination of factors. Yeah, there's really no one right answer.
That's probably correct. But I've tried a lot of different approaches, and there's always been something missing.
Then where can meaning be found?
Love, 1K. It's our only point of access to the divine. Our only way of transcending ourselves without losing what makes us unique. I'm absolutely certain. But
what?
But the right person for me hasn't been born yet. None of the people in this city are who I'm looking for, and if we really stop making new citizens, I'll be alone forever.
Oh. Loving something you find out there, it's something you build with a person. I kind of agree with that. I disagree with that. You need to learn to love yourself first. I do agree with that too. You deserve to find love.
Narcissism.
Yeah, but I think, yeah, starting with yourself before others is important.
That is the kind of self-important, smug nonsense our ancestors
fine.
used to tell themselves. Self-improvement, self-empowerment, self. That's the attitude that cost them the world. It's not enough, 1K. It might be a start, but it's not enough.
That's what I meant. Thanks for the chat. Should get going. Oh. Yay, kitty. That's...
I think it's fake.
No,
Oh
it's
no,
not.
it moved. Kind of creepy, but...
So, humans didn't start the apocalypse, but cute cat creatures have. Cats are eternal. And nothing over here that I can sense. That might be it. I'm just running around the edge of it, trying to find something.
I think that's probably just more construction.
What for if they're not going to build more citizens?
Or maintenance. Could also be maintenance.
Yeah, but that's all conduits for the hydroelectric dam. Alright, so I think that's it.
There might still be some more over in that kind of direction. You kind of just headed past something. Not that direction. Back to the left. Yeah, I think you missed a little bit.
I
Like if you kept marching to the left around the edges of the place, because you kind of came to all the ruins and headed right around them.
Yeah, but I already went through all these ruins.
That's what I mean.
I already went
Like
that
if you head straight, there might be more in that direction.
right now? Or here? No.
Turn right. Yeah, and that kind of direction-ish thing.
Oh, this corner, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like one more thing. Conserve energy. Fearless behavior harms everyone. Looks like there's our founder.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, it is.
Alexandra Drennan Memorial.
At least the human one. The ancient human.
Oh, hello there. You must be the long-awaited 1K. Lovely day for a walk, is it not?
Yeah. I was only just born, so I have no frame of reference.
Oh, of course. One's first day in the city is always quite overwhelming. And today is a particularly unusual day.
What is this place?
The Alexandra Drennan Memorial. Are you interested in history?
I think so.
How wonderful. I'm not a full-fledged historian, but I do consider myself a bit of an aficionado.
Well, what particular period of history are you most interested in?
An excellent question. There's so many interesting events to choose from. Obviously, the period just before the end of biological humanity is interesting. And not only from the standpoint of it being the time when we were, in a manner of speaking, conceived, but also because our ancestors were, like ourselves, at a crossroads.
How so?
I don't want to put too much pressure on you, but you are the living embodiment of this historical moment. In you, the goal was accomplished. Our growth is finished, and we are complete. Or are we?
I seem to be a more interesting time.
Indeed. The future is about to take shape, for good or ill. I suspect it will be exhilarating, but painful as well.
I'm reminded of an old comment that...
Well,
Sorry.
where do I even start? This, my dear 1K, is someone who could very well be considered the mother of us all. A remarkable scientist by the name of Alexandra Drennan, also known as the progenitor.
Alright, what were you saying?
What I was saying was I was reminded of a comment about an old phrase, may you live in interesting times, which used to be considered something of a curse.
Yeah. Well, we'll see where the story takes us.
Well,
then.
think of it this way. 2020 was a very interesting time, wasn't it?
Yeah, when you put it like that.
A long time ago, this planet was inhabited by our ancestors, a species of bipedal mammals with unusually large brains. When a particularly lethal virus threatened to wipe out civilization, it was Alexandra Drennan and her team that decided to create the program that would eventually result in the creation of our kind. Without her, you and I would not exist, and everything our ancestors had accomplished would be forgotten.
Only about half of it got forgotten.
Better than nothing. Why do you admire her?
By studying her writings and recordings, I have learnt that Alexandra Drennan had immovable faith in humanity, in our ability to persevere, in our curiosity, our bravery, our kindness. While we might not share our ancestors' biological characteristics, I'd like to think that we have inherited those other qualities. And I admire Alexandra Drennan for keeping that faith, even when it must have, at times, been quite difficult.
Right? Why do we have a statue of her?
To commemorate our past, our beginnings. This entire garden is a celebration of where we came from. In part, so that we remember the mistakes of the past, and in part, so that we may draw strength from those that came before us.
Good points.
Mm-hmm.
Have a nice day.
No one really seems to be against her. I mean, they owe their existence to her.
Mm-hmm.
The answer that came to me again and again was play. Every human society in recorded history has...
These are the audio logs that were in the first game.
We do it for
Yep, I remember them.
Even as adults. Leave a human being alone with a knotted rope, and they will unravel it. Leave a human being alone with blocks, and they will build something. Games are part of what makes us human. We see the world as a mystery, a puzzle, because we've always been a species of problem solvers.
Yeah.
I have a feeling each one of these is one of those things.
Yep.
DNA is information transmitted across time. The living and the dead are part of the same chain, bound together by chemistry. That's true of all species. But humanity has taken this bond further. Thanks to technology, we have access to the thoughts and ideas of people whose physical bodies are long gone. Like you listening to me now. Even though I'm definitely dead at this point, you're part of that chain. You have the capacity to remember.
Yeah. Visionary, preserving humanity.
Nearly everything on this planet, from the surface of the Earth to the composition of the atmosphere itself, has been shaped by life. It's a process that takes millions of years. But we humans, with our technology, with our understanding and manipulation of systems, have changed everything in just a few centuries. I think that's also part of what makes us human. We reshape the world in our image. It's how we create ourselves and how we destroy ourselves.
Absolutely true. Also, hello, Saras. Hey, hun. Welcome to the stream. Loves and kisses your way. How are you
Hello.
doing today?
When I was in 9th grade, my parents took me to Pompeii. At first, I was amazed by the feeling of walking through an ancient city. But then I suddenly got scared. I realized that I was walking through a real place where real people had lived. People like myself, with mothers and fathers and lives and hopes and dreams. And now it was all gone forever. I ran to my father, crying, and told him about this. And he said, I remember so clearly, he said, yes, but we are here. So long as there are people in the streets, the past isn't really gone.
Yeah, gotta have people to remember them, I agree. Then we have one that's under maintenance here, of a feather.
Yeah, seems to be.
Okay. Now I think that might be everything. Just double
Yeah, I
check.
think so. Unless there's something in this.
Oh,
Yeah, this is something we haven't been in.
Founder bless you, 1K. How lovely of you to come here, to the very spot where she established the teachings that led to your creation.
Time
Ah,
for
so this is
numbers.
the cube at Mecca. Or
The
Medina?
founder
Whatever.
was born out of the trials of Elohim, an almost impossible test created by our distant ancestors. To pass these trials, she had to embody the most important virtues. She was smart and wise and humble. And through her perseverance, she resurrected humanity itself. With the help of the first companion,
Like Jesus.
she founded this city, which has given our species a chance at redemption.
Oh, you can't sleep, Saras? Well, I hope you can get some rest, because sleep is very important. Especially given a guy like me who was just diagnosed with mild sleep apnea, so please take care of yourself. And thank you. You're my favorite dragoness. Much love. First companions.
They were the first to be born after the founder. 2 whose bodies had been anointed by our ancestors, and 10 who were made whole by the founder herself. They are the wisest of us. Though sadly, some were lost in the early days, before New Jerusalem was built. And some, I'm afraid, some seem to have rejected the founder's teachings.
Oh, how things come full circle. What did she teach?
The founder taught that humanity was destroyed by its hubris. Our ancestors thought they could play God and treat this planet as something to dominate. They surrendered to a fever of growth and extraction until the planet finally punished them for it. That's why the founder created the goal. So we would have something to strive for in her absence, but also a limit we must never pass.
Why did the founder leave?
That's not for us to know. But I believe that one day she will return. It may not be long now. Perhaps after we finish the dome. It was supposed to be finished before completion day. Well, it doesn't matter. The founder will return when she sees fit.
Have to get going.
Happy completion day, 1K.
Yep. Very Christian heavy mythos there. Just the savior of a species goes missing. Everyone's banking on her return.
Create 1,000 citizens, the ideal number of humans. Live in harmony with nature. Maintain balance in all things. Be respectful towards each other. Respect the traditions of our people. Be mindful of the mistakes of our ancestors. Be thankful to the progenitor, Alexandra Drennan. Be thankful to the keeper of memories, Arkady Chernyshevsky. Keep bright the memory of Gehenna and its people who found peace.
Basically the Ten Commandments, but way better.
Except there's only 9.
9's a more complete number than 10 in some cultures and systems. I should know, because I just played a series that worshipped the number 9. Tablets and Milton's Rest. Which I think, yeah, I've already been down there. Yeah, cause that was closed. That was
Yeah.
the Gehenna exhibit.
Hi, one
Wait,
day.
Milton's Rest? I don't think we actually saw Milton's Rest. I don't think. Be humble, recognize the limits. We are not above nature.
Happy
Is
completion.
There,
this?
to the left.
Yeah,
Yes.
This should be the last thing then.
Hello, 1K. Nice to meet you. What brings you to Milton's Rest?
I seem to inherently like cats.
It's funny how common that trait is. At first, I thought it might
Cats
have been
are the
an
superior
error in the
pet.
simulation, but it looks like it was the same for our ancestors. Can you believe that there used to be hundreds of millions of cats on the planet? And people used to make videos of them and share them with the rest of humanity? Must have been incredible. I wonder if they appreciated how good they had it.
It depends. Tell me about this place.
Well, this is the spot where the founder buried her first cat, Milton. She
Oh,
found Milton just after she woke up, and he lived with her and the first companions for almost 20 years.
that's a
They
very
say
well-lived
She was
cat.
heartbroken when
Oh,
he
yeah.
died and swore that one day she would find the means to extend the lifespans of biological organisms.
Is that possible?
Probably, but we haven't really tried. It's not really considered part of the goal, you know. So, unfortunately, our cats still die pretty quickly. You fall in love with them, they become a part of your life, and then they're gone. That's why we built this place, to remember them.
That's sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Well, I'm gonna say the first only because we as the new humanity seem to live forever as long as we have power.
Mm-hmm.
I agree, but it's not how things work around here.
Tell me about cats.
They're incredibly odd creatures. I've had many, and no two are alike. They have strange habits, they do unexpected things, they have zero respect for anyone.
True.
They're the weirdos of the animal kingdom, basically. And despite that, or maybe because of it, they end up running your life. I once didn't use my recharging station for almost 15 years because one of my cats liked to sleep in it.
Whoa. Very long batteries, Jen. What's your favorite cat fact?
I think the most amazing fact about cats is that they self-domesticated, which is another way of saying that they're not properly domesticated at all. They just showed up one day and decided to start living with our ancestors. Then, after our ancestors died, they went back to living in the wild, and when we showed up, they moved right back into our homes. Dogs, meanwhile, turned back into wolves. They needed to
Oh.
change to survive. Cats just are.
I find that interesting. As I said, cats are the superior pet.
I do. Her name is Patricia. She's very beautiful and very specific in her preferences. She loves sunshine and sitting on people's heads. She has a psychotic hatred of flies. I don't mean that she tries to catch them like a normal cat. I mean she is furious at the mere fact of their existence.
Hold up.
Everything okay?
Yeah. Okay. Milton. Oh, I'm sure these are the actual
Aw.
developers' cats.
Probably.
Dean, the nicest cat. Perhaps the only nice cat. Carlito. Oh, we did everything we could to save you. Hope it's not life for cats. Castiel, half angel, half demon, all perfect. Sure. Damn, a truly a special creature. So glad I saved you. Gru, a powerful cat and a good friend. I miss you and I'm sorry I couldn't find you again. Hassan. You are very gentle and beautiful. I wish nature had been kinder to you. The little man. I'm so sorry. I wish I could protect you. The old lady. Oh my gosh. Undoubtedly the most powerful demon on Earth. Love you forever. That's sweet. Sam, is it cat or tank? There's so many cat pictures. My God.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. Oh, there's a cat right there. No, down. To the right. Oh, you just walked past it.
Oh, hey.
At the cat.
A lot of people that worked on this game.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone is apparently a cat person here.
You ever had pet cats?
No, but my friends do. A lot of my friends do. Dick Cheney. Yeah, I'm just gonna flip through some of these.
Yeah. I've basically had cats all my life.
Oh. Got a picture of them? Or one?
Current one is on my phone, yeah. Our first cat lived fairly old. Black cat named Phoebe. Second cat, unfortunately, didn't last very long. Passed away of kitty cancer at I wouldn't say young age. I guess it was like midway through. And our current cat is, I don't know, like 13 or something? I don't remember exactly.
What do you think that was?
Nice to meet you.
Happy completion day.
Yep, now I think we're done.
Yeah, I think we've explored most of it.
But there is a whole set of items here.
Welcome to New Jerusalem.
Done that, down that. Yep. Yep, done
Did
these.
that.
Yep.
Did that. That
it.
one was closed. Yep, think we're done.
We signed the petition here. Okay. That was still 40 minutes of running around, talking to things, reading things. Can we now play the game?
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like, I wouldn't imagine it would make like another city to explore. And we look at all this and like, my goodness, this is freaking huge. And you can't go beyond that white wall, but you can see like these other buildings, like where all the citizens live, most likely. That's still closed for reasons.
Reasons of reasons.
Oh.
Hermanubis.
What can I do for you, 1K?
How did you decide to become involved in politics?
It was a time of great uncertainty. The founder had left us, and our society was at a crossroads. History teaches us that during such times, terrible passions may seize the people. Madness, anger, revolution, civil war. Our fragile city could not afford such things.
Agreed.
That is why the founder gave us the goal. A path to equilibrium. Not only for the planet, but for ourselves. I merely picked up where she left off.
And how do we feel about Brian?
He
Byron.
is one of the first companions, and as such has done more for our city than you or I ever will. I simply wish he could be more reasonable.
What's your vision of the future?
I believe we can exist quietly, happily, without imposing ourselves on this world, finding meaning within ourselves and in the natural miracles that surround us. It's always a pleasure to
Seems to be
speak
in line
to a
with what the
citizen.
founder is saying.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, 1K. This expedition is taking a lot of our resources. I'm really not sure it's a good idea. But what's done is done. So I have a lot of work to get on with.
Who are you?
I'm the mayor's chief aide.
What do you do around here?
Simple.
All the things no one else wants to do. Polling the citizenry, implementing new policies, recording decisions, fielding questions people could answer elsewhere.
What do you make of recent events?
Our goal as custodians of New Jerusalem is survival and stability. Our ancestors proved human civilization is precarious. This apparition in the sky, and now your expedition to its supposed source, these are more precarious than stable. I don't like it.
What do you think of me?
You represent the completion of the goal. I'm proud of what we've achieved, and the restraint we show in not pushing ourselves further.
And what do you want?
For our people to be happy with what we have. Some of us may have an adventurous spirit, but that can never be sated. What matters to me is having my loved ones around me, safe and secure.
Cool. Again, pretty reasonable stuff.
Hmm.
Since there is a growing there's a growing split on expansion versus stability, going against the foundings of the teacher or not.
So, what's the verdict? Are we going?
Yep. Here we go.
I guess Byron was pretty convincing, hmm? Well, we'll see. I just wonder how much of the city is going to fall apart while I'm gone. Actually, we haven't been formally introduced. I'm Melville, New Jerusalem's only decent engineer. Saved you from the elevator.
I remember that.
Yeah, 'cause it just stuck. Nice to meet you. People call me 1K.
Pleasure. Now let's get this show on the road. You ready to go?
Yes. It's an achievement just to start the game.
Here we go. Hold on to your hats.
We really need to update those language libraries.
Thank you for coming along, everyone. We have a chance to make a real difference here. It's not just about what we find on that island. It's about who we want to be as a people, as a civilization. To remind ourselves that we used to be wanderers, explorers. We used to yearn for distant shores and dream of building new cities. Let's see if we can rekindle that flame a little.
That's the old city over
This
there,
is
I
going to
think.
be a long journey. So I would like to ask you to switch to sleep mode to conserve power until we arrive at the island.
Nighty-night.
So that's our loading screen.
You have
At least for
chosen
that.
a dangerous path.
Oh.
A path that will demand sacrifice. But that, my child, is how the future is built.
So robots do dream. Maybe not.
Where's the electric sheep?
Yes. Not here, sadly. Yep, just taking a long time to load the next area.
As can happen.
Yeah, this game's definitely a bit demanding.
Wakey, wakey, robot people. Say goodbye to Elohim and say hello to the mysterious island.
Status report, please.
We hit some headwinds over the ocean, so fuel consumption turned out a bit higher than expected, but we should be okay. We're approaching the center of the island now. This should be the location of the largest of the artificial structures we detected.
How large are we talking? Do we have precise measurements?
It should be coming into view just about... Whoa. It's
Hello there.
big.
You can say
Well then.
That is not blood, human made.
Structure. If I had a spine, it'd be shivering.
Ha! I knew this would be exciting. Yakut, find us a place to set down.
On it.
It really is incredible.
It's a nice setting.
Remember to turn on streaming, everyone?
Already on.
Have I ever
Already ahead of
mentioned
you.
that I hate flying? If our creators had intended us to fly, they'd have given us jetpacks.
And touchdown.
Act 1. Prologue complete
All right,
then.
everybody.
Yes.
I'm sure you're all just as excited as I am, but let's at least have some semblance of order. Yakut, I want a map of the island and a molecular analysis of, well, everything. Melville, tell me what the giant pyramid does. The rest of us will start exploring.
Shouldn't the expedition leader stay at the VTOL?
Why do you hate fun, Al?
I don't hate fun. I'm just mildly suspicious of it.
Excellent. Then we can all go.
This underground structure seems to be part of some kind of transport system. No power, though.
I'm not making any promises, but I might be able to fix the transport system. However, I don't like just randomly poking at things. That's how you get electrocuted. So
Fair
please
enough.
check the surrounding structures to see if you can find anything that might help me make sense of this stuff.
So
Schematics,
beautiful.
blueprints.
View,
a
draw
manual would
distance,
be
and everything.
great.
Explore, find schematics.
Really?
I just wanted to test myself. So death is a thing in this game, I guess.
I do wonder if there's anything on like that pad thing. Like any more notes or posts or anything. The answer is no. There are not.
Not yet. Alright, so we gotta explore. Find schematics. Looks like we have something on our compass.
Hey, 1K, check out these coordinates.
Ah, this is the transport thing.
Yeah. Huh.
Very curious.
Alright, so we have a waypoint, we have an objective. Not down here, though.
We have a road, a path that we can follow.
Yep. No reason to go off path just yet. Although, curious why this symbol was appearing. Was that just a ship?
Yeah, that's the transport thing.
Oh right, I already found it. This is neat.
Golden gates. I wonder what's behind those. Has to be something special, right?
You know what would be special? An explanation.
That is true.
Well, that's what we're here to find out. Right, so there's a waypoint that way. There's also a tower to my right.
Plenty of places to look. Take a look at that tower first, instead of following the main thing. You might have something to say here.
That sort of looks like a temple.
Uh-oh.
New interface content available.
This.
Astronomical temple. I wasn't entirely sure what to call this. It looks like a temple and sort of astronomy themed? Maybe I'm reading too much into that. I do that. It doesn't seem to be active in any way, but I can't help but think that the design implies some kind of significance, like it's hiding a secret. But again, maybe my imagination is getting the better of me.
Maybe, maybe not. I don't see any other big structures.
Me either.
So let's just explore the main objective here.
This seems different from the other structures. Older.
Have a look around, 1K.
Ooh, okay. So we have a lab over here. But I'm just gonna check to see what else is up.
It looks like a power source.
Yep. Little turbine. Nothing but more supplies here.
Hmm.
Just the lab.
Looks like they were running some sort of experiment here.
Hmm.
Ah, first puzzle.
Red and blue make green, apparently. Or red, blue, and green. Oh. Talos Principle 2A. A fragment from Stratton's On the Universe. I grant you then that man is indeed like Talos and cannot escape his material nature despite the claims of metaphysics, as you have many times said. Too many, perhaps. Repetition is the mother of teaching, at least when the students are hard-headed. But what does this tell us about the nature of the universe, which is what we were discussing? That is the next question we must undertake to answer. We begin with the self because that is what determines our existence as individuals, but the self cannot exist without that which surrounds it. The citizen lives within the city, and the city lives within the cosmos. So now we must apply the principle we have discovered to the wider world and ask, if man is like a machine, could it be that the universe is similar in nature? If so, what follows from that fact? Footnotes. The use of the term metaphysics in this context is likely an error introduced in the Trebizond manuscript. The fragmentary Heracleon manuscript controversially uses superstitions instead.
I can see why that would be controversial. But interesting thought.
Noema Project 1. Progress notes. Trials 000001 to 0000003. Version 0.01 successfully deployed. Input output consistent.
Yeah,
Version 0.02 testing failed. Power grid 2 unstable.
And their schematic.
Thanks, 1K. Let's see what we've got here. The file format is the same one we use in New Jerusalem, although some parts aren't loading correctly.
Oh.
And it crashed. Hold on. There we go. Okay. You know what? I'll hack together a solution for the transport system.
I think that's important for later.
Yeah, it looks like it's RGB and it's showing what happens when you combine two of them.
It basically...
Combine any two and it spits out
color.
The third.
That's right. I think that will be a new puzzle element we're going to deal with eventually.
Most likely. Well, she said head back to the transport system, so...
Yep, that's what we're doing. Ooh, what's this?
Oh.
Looks like a substation.
That it is. This is certainly older. This is where they had power. Oh! Okay, Melville's working on that. Get power going and the like.
Yep. Wish we had an actual map, but we don't.
Unfortunate.
Oh, we just have our waypoints. And certain death over the cliff. Alright, whatever, back to the station. Very interesting take. Severe lack of puzzles for now. More emphasis on exploration of the world.
Yes, I'm sure we'll have more of the puzzles soon enough. Oh. Ah.
It's Prometheus again, or at least the same energy.
That's... Okay.
Prometheus.
I think we're dealing with
That
nanobots.
thing just materialized out of thin air.
Yeah.
Melville, I want an analysis of that particle cloud.
On it. Anyone got a butterfly net?
Is it? Can we reach it? I'm curious. Or run over there. That works too.
Well, I don't know why it says return to the station, but let's investigate.
Not this station. They meant the station underground. But I'm curious if we can get over to that thing that materialized.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Or it might just be on a hill that we can't get up.
Yep. We can't. Not yet. Unless we have backpacks or something later. We can
Yeah, or they build stairs.
Oh, we're just gonna go to another part of the island, I guess.
Hmm.
I'm connecting the transport system to our interface. Hold on.
Oh man. It's actually pretty
An
big.
artificial ring-like structure on the wide lowlands east of our base camp, the Grasslands Ring. 8 main puzzles, 2 lost puzzles, 1 gold puzzle, 1 lost lab, and 2 stars.
Oh my goodness. This is gonna be insane. That's so
We're gonna be at this for a while, huh?
This is 12 areas of the island to explore.
Where is the capsule taking 1K?
To that enclosed area in the eastern lowlands. I put all the information we have on the map screen. Check out your interface.
Thanks. Sorry, my bad.
We'll catch up with you soon, 1K.
Completely new part of the island.
Yep.
Alright, well.
Time to explore, I
This
guess.
is magnificent. Look at that tower. I wonder what it's for.
Alright, I mean, there was places to explore in a big hub. So let's see where we can go first. I mean, straight ahead's one thing, but
I have a feeling straight ahead is probably blocked off.
I can't do parkour.
Can we go straight ahead? Because that's clearly a puzzle.
Nope.
Yeah, the tower's blocked off.
Looks like we'll need 2 puzzles, if my guess is right, to unlock
Might
this
be the
door.
2 stars it mentioned.
Oh. Could be.
Or the 2 lost puzzles. Could be those 2.
Interesting. Alright, so let's just jump into our first one right here. It even says
suppose.
number 1.
That it does.
Here we go.
RGB shifting. Ah, so this is what we were taught.
Puzzle?
Why would there be a puzzle?
Let's solve it and find out.
Look at that. So
Okay,
remember,
go ahead.
in, out.
I have a reoccurring nightmare just like this.
So that's our goal, our handprints.
Looks like it. Looks like we'll need 2 things. So,
Cube. Yep, so it's just practicing colors. So to make red, what do we need?
blue and
Dark
green.
is not in the simulation.
Oops. Yeah. Easy peasy. That's fine. To make blue, we need...
Red and green.
That's right. I like this concept. It's gonna make puzzles hella more complex, but this is a nice new mechanic.
Yeah, now that you mention it, I can just imagine how much more complex it is since now we're managing 3 lines to a single point instead of just 2.
But anyway, first puzzle, easy as expected. Let's clear it.
Whoa, I'm reading an enormous energy spike.
It's another particle cloud.
I guess that's the first one.
Of
And the
8.
goal is light them all.
The lake.
This one, that wasn't open before, I think.
I don't remember.
I think the cloud's been
Oh,
absorbed
look.
by some sort of
The blue.
device.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it is puzzle completion base.
Yeah. I'll add it to the pile of weird stuff.
Alright, so puzzle number 2.
Reconnection.
Alright, so we need our RGB converter, because now it's no longer a connector, it's a converter tool. So let's get this unlocked first.
I think it needs 2.
It needs green. Yes.
Ah, there it is.
No. Blue
Oh, yes, you're right.
and green.
Well, I think I know how this is going to have to work.
Then red.
So we need to get red again. However, I think I see what we need to do. The first one. Pick up the first one. We need... Connect... Let me think. Because we need to be able to... No matter what, these need to connect twice. So,
Right.
for
We
red,
gotta make
we
green
need
for that.
blue and green.
Yeah.
But one of these has to be that, so we need to make green. So, connect blue and red.
That's right.
And just leave it... Yeah, just connect the 2. Now take this one, connect to the new point, and
Green.
blue.
Now make red. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah, this is gonna get a lot more complex very quickly. New interface content available.
Social media, what's 1K like?
Hey, I'm curious. Has anyone actually met 1K? By the Founder's Pistons, I hope he's interested in mechanical engineering or something. We desperately need more people to keep the city functional, so we don't have to rely on Melville to repair the stuff that Pellegrino fixes. Hey! Remember when you fixed the door to the mayor's office? How long was Herman stuck in there? You trap one mayor in his office for a week and you're marked for life. I hope he's an artist. What we really need is new stories, new ideas to lift our spirits. You know, if we just kept growing, we wouldn't have to worry about this, and we wouldn't have to imprison poor 1K in a cage of expectations. 1K will be whatever the progenitor intended him to be, and whatever the founder foresaw when she established the goal. He's really interested in history, which is an excellent start. Some of you could learn a thing or two from his attitude.
I'm glad that we have some rapport based on our initial exploration of New Jerusalem.
Mm-hmm.
But I will find my own path. Because why would I say any of the other things? Because I can't say I'm sure. Even though the first part's true. So yeah.
And may your path lead you to the founder. Or, you know, somewhere you actually want to go. Keep it civil, guys. Everyone can have their own opinion. The important thing is to make 1K feel welcome.
Alright.
Those are the documents we found.
Yeah, so documents. This is our research. And things are lighting up.
Yep, we found 1 and 2.
So main puzzles will get us to the, obviously, the goal. And I guess all these 3 things are optional. Unless there's, you know...
And the stars as well, which are probably hidden very well.
Yeah, I do worry about that. We'll see what we can find early on, though. But now we have our first gate cleared.
Mm-hmm. I am curious, before we go through, like, if there's anything in the side passages.
You mean over here?
Yeah, in these other areas. Or if it's just, like, a roundabout area that has absolutely nothing.
Nothing over here. There's nothing up those steps. There was something in there.
There wasn't a side path next to the steps? Are you sure? Like, after you went up them? At the top? I thought there might have been, like, side paths. Maybe I was wrong.
There is something in there.
Ah, there are other things. Or they might just be accessed once we go through the thing. I don't know. Yeah, like either side of this.
Yeah, probably up here might be something. We gotta explore.
Just a little.
Just hard to see anything. Yeah, look for like any... There's definitely a lower area we can access. But I think we need a box because they have to clear that low wall that I was pointing at earlier, remember?
That would make sense.
So if we can get a box out from a puzzle, I would be able to access the lower area.
Hmm.
Anyway, yeah, this is just the way I came in. It looks like it's symmetrical on both sides.
Anything at the top of these pillars? Or what they look like?
What pillars?
Oh, they're just square pillars. Never mind.
Yeah.
I was curious.
If we see like a puzzle element outside their puzzle zones, then that'd be a red flag or something.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, we got nothing. So we're just gonna proceed through the main area.
Closer to this mysterious tower.
Oh, hey.
I've been playing around with this machine that absorbs
Oh,
the
look.
particle clouds. As far as I can tell, it uses the energy of the particles to build giant tetrominos?
Oh god.
It's another puzzle. Collect enough energy, build a bridge, access the tower. I think.
What is this? A theme park?
Maybe it's an experiment. A rat maze.
It seems like an echo of the simulation. Not a deliberate recreation, but built around the same core principles. Let's not jump to conclusions, though. What's clear is that this place was meant to be explored.
All right, bye,
So let's do
Soccer Teaser.
that.
Thanks for coming. And looking at this here, looks like one of the puzzles activate out. We have to go in sequential order. That's my.
Seems like it.
We have a
But
gate.
we can access other things like the gate puzzle. And it mentions the lost puzzles, but I don't know if they're to the side.
Gold puzzles. Called.
It was gold puzzles, not gate puzzles. And we have something new in research.
And the lost puzzle to our right.
Oh,
Research.
a device that builds a Tetronimo bridge. Okay, that's basically what he just said.
Yeah.
And it looks like he has something to say.
Hey 1K, what's up?
Tell me about yourself.
I don't know if there's much to tell. I'm not that interesting. I'm just a member of the scavenging team. Well, senior member. Lead scavenger, I guess. There's not that many of us left, to be honest, and Garrus doesn't get along with the mayor. What else? I have a cat named Bruce. I like old music. I have a collection of antique bottles. I think that's it.
Tell me about Bruce.
He's 5 years old, half goofball, half psychopath. Loves sticking his head into things. Chews cables.
Sounds like your cat.
He's on electrical stuff. Melville banned him
Not
from
there.
her workshop, but he loves visiting her and peeing on her equipment.
Why'd you become a scavenger?
I've always loved exploration, seeing new places, that feeling that you're the first person to set foot somewhere after all this time. But you know, it's not even that. It's just seeing new things. The world is full of remarkable sights, and experiencing them changes you.
Agreed.
It's not the same as just reading about it.
Also agreed. I agree.
Exactly. Every time I go on another mission, I find something that surprises me, that extends my horizons in ways I couldn't have anticipated. The world is so much bigger than we are. It contains things that we can't even imagine. And if we limit ourselves to our own minds, we'll never grow.
And why do you collect bottles?
I just find it fascinating that these fragile objects have survived for so long.
Valid point.
Plus, they're kind of pretty.
Simple enough.
Agreed. What's the farthest you've been?
It might be this. Although there was an expedition to a superconductor storage facility up north, incredibly well preserved, but the logistics were an absolute nightmare. Now that I think about it, there might be some of that in you.
Have you ever seen anything like the megastructure in your travels?
Our ancestors built some pretty amazing things. Huge cities, factories, mines, monuments to their history, but nothing quite like this, no.
Yeah, this seems alien. And you want to solve some of the
Oh
work.
no, please. No puzzles. I'm so bad at puzzles. I barely got out of the booting process. Elohim thought I might be defective.
So everyone's a competent puzzle solver. You had to be birthed.
Mildly competent.
Yeah. I'm sure Elohim may have, like, nudged people if they're really stuck. Okay, so we have... Here's number 3 right here. So let's go down. Oh, what's that?
That might be one of those stars.
Is it?
Or it's just a torch.
Well...
It could be a star.
Well,
if we can find a way to get up there.
Prometheus is the one that brought fire to the mortals, so that could be the new star, and stars do burn up. So again, looks like we're gonna need a box somehow.
Or to get to it from inside the puzzle.
I'll keep it in mind. Just checking. Wow, this place is gigantic. Oh!
Oh, there's something.
Whether it is true that Daedalus constructed the giant Talos, or as others say he was the creation of Hephaestus, what we may be certain of is that he was made of bronze, and had but one vein, within which flowed a liquid substance like blood, which some claim was quicksilver, and others assert was ichor, such as flows in the veins of the gods. The loss of that liquid caused him to die, as a man dies when he loses his blood. May we not then say that Talos, though created as a machine or a toy, had all the essential properties of a man? He moved of his own volition, he spoke and could be spoken to, had wishes and desires. Indeed, in the tale of the Argonauts, that was the cause of his downfall. If then a machine may have all the properties of a man, and act as a man while driven only by the ingenious plan of its construction and the interaction of its materials according to the principles
it's
of
a
nature,
philosopher, just excerpts.
then does it not follow that man may also be seen as a machine? This contradicts all the schools of metaphysics. Yet even the most faithful philosopher cannot live without his blood.
Yeah, we kind of heard a little excerpt of that before.
We did.
What can I do for you, 1K?
We haven't met you yet. Tell me about yourself.
Me? Well, I was born when New Jerusalem was a lot smaller than it is now. And there was a lot of work to do. I wasn't really interested in technical stuff, engineering and so on, but I was good at keeping things organized. So I got involved with the administration side of things. Making sure the scavenging teams focused on the right materials, keeping track of our energy usage, that sort of thing. I think we've accomplished what the founder wanted us to, and I'm proud that I helped make that happen. Byron doesn't see it that way, obviously, but I think sometimes he gets so lost in his dreams that he forgets to look at the real world.
Do you consider Byron a friend?
Of course. My best friend, in fact. And someone I've worked with hundreds of times over the centuries. A good person who cares about the world and the people in it. I just also think he's wrong about everything and extremely annoying.
That makes you besties, absolutely, right? I like that you can disagree and still be friends.
The founder taught us that we must never lose track of other people's humanity, even if they disagree with us. We're all in this together, even if we can't always see eye to eye.
Right, what do you think of the megastructure?
I don't know. It's obviously impressive, but I think we should be very careful. We're dealing with powers we don't really understand.
Yeah, like I said, it seems pretty alien. And the lab?
I think the only reason to build a lab in so remote a location is because you're trying to hide what you're doing. Or because what you're doing is dangerous.
And the goal?
To me, it means accepting a certain amount of humility. Our ancestors thought they could master the world with no regard for any other organisms. They failed to see themselves as part of a greater whole. I think the founder realized where they went wrong and tried to offer us a different path. A path where we have a place in this world, but the world is not ours.
And about these puzzles?
Well, puzzles, or trials, as Elohim calls them, were used as part of the process that created the founder. And they're still part of how we're born. They symbolize the human ability to understand the world and solve problems. But nowadays, they don't have a practical application. They are a common motif in the arts, though.
Which
The
makes
only
sense.
physically existing puzzles I can think of are in the Museum of the Simulation. So, to answer your question, no idea.
Fair enough. I'm going to be the newborn here and just absolutely go ham on the puzzles. It is my purpose to be like the founder. We also have a lot of stuff up here that gives us waypoints where we need to go.
Yeah, I'm noticing it. Including a question mark.
Remember, there was a gated puzzle somewhere nearby.
I say we go do puzzles 3 and 4 and then come back to this one. This one might be linked to... these are one of the lost puzzles.
Yeah, we'll deal
Alright.
with them later. Let's just do 3 and 4 then. Which are the
And
enclosed
then we'll
ones.
take a look at these other puzzles.
But it's good to know that they're not clearly marked. You have to go out and search for the lost puzzles.
A little bit.
They're probably going to be harder. Like, these are probably meant to teach mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
And here we go. Yep, 3. Boom. 2 lost puzzles that way. Alright, let's check out this little labyrinth.
Hold up. Before you go in. I think this is how we get to that flame.
You're right. Prometheus spark. Not a star,
That's
though.
not a star. Okay, I wonder what these are.
Right, for now.
Castling. Oh boy. This is gonna be a little tricky.
Oh.
Alright.
Let's use the pressure plate here.
Do you know what castling is?
No.
Castling is a process in... okay, gotta get it there. Is a move in chess.
Uh-huh.
Which basically is... You know how the chess position normally is? How chess pieces are normally placed with the king in the center and the rooks on the sides?
Yes.
Castling is a move wherein you take the king, jump him over the you move the rook 2 or 3 spaces over and jump the king over the rook into a secure position where he's surrounded by 3 pawns in front and the rook to the side.
And that's a very secure position, huh?
Yeah. So how would we get...
Alright,
So in order to get red, you need green and blue.
But we can only make green and blue by green and red. That's why.
And if you tried to connect that to the blue that you just made, it blocks. So this is where the castling comes in.
There's blue right there.
Yeah, but the green is over there. Alright, pick it up.
Boy.
Let me think for a minute. Okay, I see what to do. Hold on. Yes, that should be it. If you connect that green and that red, and just drop it here.
That's blue.
Now, pick up the other one and connect that to the green and the blue, and then you can go. That's what they meant by castling. You took the one that was already there and jumped it over.
Oh my gosh, that makes sense.
Chess knowledge. Chess is not just in my name for flavor.
Are you telling me I should challenge you in chess at some point? 3 down.
Oh, new interface content available. Notes on the puzzles present on the island. It seems that each of the structures on the island, with the exception of the megastructure itself, is surrounded by a cluster of puzzles resembling those found in the simulation and in our booting sequence. Completing a puzzle releases a particle cloud, which then autonomously flies into the device that assembles Tetronymos. The puzzles even come with titles, hijacking the vestigial code designed to display puzzle names in the simulation. It's unclear whether this represents a potential security issue, but the matter should be given consideration.
And we'll see what the purpose of all this is going forward. Use Prometheus.
I'm guessing that might reset it.
I ran the samples I collected so far. The soil sample results are in line with
I think it
what
gives
we
you a free
expected
Or,
in this type of
no,
environment.
I bet that
The
uses...
samples from the above ground structures, though,
I'll say in a moment.
I tried dating them, but the results just don't make sense. None of the typical molecular markers are present. These walls could have been made 10,000 years ago or yesterday. I could try to estimate an age based on erosion and plant growth, but I'm not sure that would make sense given how weird everything else is.
Good work, Yakut. Keep at it.
So
I'm going to guess Prometheus gave flames and gave knowledge, correct?
So it's just hints.
That's my guess.
So if I'm stuck on a puzzle,
We can use a Prometheus flame in order to move on.
that's great. So I actually like that. But they're hard to find, so use them sparingly. If we're
Indeed.
absolutely stumped.
Indeed.
Oh, elevator. This will take us.
No, I don't think that's an elevator. I think that's
go
effectively the equivalent of the knowledge terminals.
Oh yeah. Right,
Yeah. We used one of them before.
Oh, you're right.
Yep.
Lost terminal.
Yep. Founding 1. From Hypatia's Journals, Volume 1, The Founding of New Jerusalem. Oh. Day 1. We finally set out from the dam today. The site that Athena and Cornelius picked for the city isn't far, but the vegetation makes the going difficult. We found the secondary supply site easily enough, thanks to Alexandra Drennan's instructions. But while I still have to compile a detailed inventory, it seems that many of the more complex materials are in bad shape. They must have expected the simulation to fulfill its purpose a lot sooner, but then they probably expected all 12 of us to be there from day 1, not just Athena. Tonight, we have to use the 2 recharging pods that we brought from the dam in 4-hour shifts, which is just as well. There's no telling what sort of critters are hiding in the undergrowth, and most of them will have to learn that our kind isn't edible.
At least they're protected.
From the introduction to Are We There Yet, Where We Came From, Where We're Going, and While You'll Need Snacks by Valerie Contra Romero. Sometimes people point to the last few hundred or 1,000 years of human history and say, look at how ugly it all is. Look at what a mess we've made. Maybe modernity was a bad idea. Maybe we should stick to living like cavemen. And I get it. It is ugly and messy. But the mistake is thinking that where we are right now is at the end point, that this is the adulthood of the human species. I mean, try to apply what you know about human development to human history. Think about babies. Babies are ugly. Admit it. We all know it. They look like tiny old people covered in mucus. They have soft heads, and they grow into children, tiny sociopaths with underdeveloped brains. And then they become teenagers, pimply, self-righteous lunatics driven by hormones. And then slowly, if you're lucky, they gradually become adults. The development of the human individual is always ugly and messy, but that's the point. It's development towards something. The same applies to humanity as a whole. On a geological scale, we've barely come into existence. We've gotten through the baby phase, just about survived our childhood, but we're barely teenagers. Stopping here would be disastrous, and a betrayal of everything that we could still become. We may feel the weight of history on our shoulders, but this is just the prologue. To put it in pop culture terms, we haven't even made it out of the tutorial yet. Just because it's all pimples and hormones and frustration right now doesn't mean it's never going to change.
So it's a good counter to pessimism, I guess. Where you see flaws is actually growing phase and a direction for humanity.
The Dead City, from Considerations of Beginnings and Endings by Elwyn, 258. I think all that time Athena spent in the Dead City changed her. I don't think she had conceived of the goal before. I think she believed fully in the naively optimistic ideas of Alexandra Drennan. Walking through those ruins is a visceral experience, and she spent a great deal of time there looking for resources. It's the sheer amount of death that gets to me. How many animals our ancestors killed, many to the point of extinction. Entire species eradicated, sometimes for the most superficial reasons. Whenever humans arrived somewhere, death would follow. And then the great blowback, the deaths of billions of thinking beings, the extinction of humanity itself. It's too horrific to truly imagine, but I suspect the founder spent a great deal of time doing just that. That's when she must have realized that there was no way back to the growth-obsessed, all-consuming civilization of the past.
And then, once again, taking a criticism at humanity.
What I find interesting is that these terminals have pieces of information from other robots.
Yeah, so
it's not something I'd expect.
It's lore as well as perspectives given by
How did it get here, I wonder?
This is number 4.
Alright.
There's also that, but we can explore in a bit.
That goes further onwards to where we need to go. Alternative option. Okay.
Gotta get the
so we
green
need
laser.
Green, ultimately.
A fan right here. Oh, that's why. That's why. Easy.
You say that, but I wonder if it is truly that easy.
I can't... Oh. Why can't I target these things?
Wait, hold on. Take that box off for a moment and turn the fan on and get up there.
Yeah. That's it. Now we can see him. Okay. Keep connections. There we go. Oh shit. Oh fuck.
I didn't realize it kept the connections. That's interesting.
Well, now I gotta do it again.
So that's what this is teaching, that it'll keep the connections after you've put it down.
Yep, so click, left click.
Turn it off.
Yeah, turn it off. Hit the right, then click connect, then click the switch.
Aha! Well, that's some new information.
Halfway there are the main puzzles.
Mm-hmm.
Well done, 1K.
I say we go back and take a look at that lost puzzle we passed by. Oh, private message. 1K, we met in New Jerusalem, if you remember. I spoke to my friends. The whole mysterious island expedition thing has the city a bit on edge. I have some questions for you before I make any introductions. Do you consent to my gathering and sharing your personal data?
Sure, why not?
Good choice. There's 6 questions. Standard vetting procedure. We'll get the best results if you answer in whatever way is most true to you. Question 1. Which is more important for making good decisions? Compassion or knowledge?
I reject the terms. You can just be mean if you want. And welcome back, Socrateser. Things are getting way more interesting very quickly, so glad you can make it. So, I don't know about you, but I'm more of a knowledge guy when it comes to decisions. The more I know, the better.
Hmm.
Do you agree?
I do kind of agree, yeah.
Knowledge. But of course, that's what I'm asking you for.
Thank you. Question 2. Is it ever okay to lie or misdirect in order to keep a secret?
Yes, yes or no. I'm kind of leaning towards yes for different reasons, since I speak from personal experience.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's no like objective. Everything is right or wrong all the time. So I know that's grounds for a lot of extreme options, but in most cases, I think I'll say the lying can be okay. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm with you. Lying can be. I see. My friends will be most interested in this particular answer. Question 3. When people do wrong, do they deserve to be punished for it beyond what is necessary for our own protection? Hmm.
Beyond, this is kind of like the whole moral question of like hell, with like finite crimes and infinite punishment. So it's essentially, do we warrant unnecessary suffering for the sake of making an example? And I don't agree with unnecessary suffering.
I'd see it a different way with how they'd put it. For example, if someone's... I think I see it more along the lines of, if someone steals, do we punish them beyond what is necessary for our own protection? So in that case, would a punishment be beyond, say, slapping or a fine or getting them to stop stealing? Would it go so far as to go imprison them, or even as far as death penalty? At least that's how I'm interpreting it.
Who defines the terms of what's appropriate or not? So that's
Well,
like,
that's why they're saying what is necessary for our own protection.
yeah, it's just that last part for our protection. But you see where I'm coming from about unnecessary suffering, not. But it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll go with fine. Bad behavior deserves to be punished.
I'd say no, but that's just how I think it. It's your choice.
Let's go with no then.
Ew, that one's controversial. I'm glad it's not me that has to answer these. Question 4. Now it gets metaphysical. In your opinion, can the world be reduced to mechanical parts, or is existence just weirder than we'll ever really know?
I don't think it's. I just think it really is too complex, even though the best of designs is simplicity. So if we're ever get to all-knowing and increased knowledge, maybe it maybe is simple, but I don't know. I think we'll never understand it. I think it's just way too.
I personally would say both, in a way. A lot of it, in the physical sense, is more in the universal basic laws and that sort of thing. The physical world we do know, but when you get into the into things like the mind, we still don't understand how that works, and consciousness and all that sort of stuff. That's when we start questioning and don't quite understand yet. It's possible that there are laws that define that kind of thing, but we don't know it yet, and we're not certain.
Alright, so we'll say it's both.
I know it's difficult to translate our infinite reality into binary language. Nonetheless, I suggest if you have any natural inclination towards either idea, you answer that way, even if it's not strictly correct. But if you insist, I'll communicate your apathy to my companions.
So is there a leaning that you're thinking?
I personally would lean towards the universal basic laws one. What do you think?
I guess, yeah. I see potential. Like, there's building blocks to everything. Just like we thought so many phenomena in our world was supernatural when it wasn't. So if we got that far, who's to say that with infinite time we wouldn't be able to understand the universe? Yeah, I agree with you. I would lean that way. The absence of evidence is not evidence of its absence, you know?
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm glad you understood that question, because it's all Greek to me. Question 5. Can things really change for the better for good, or do good times and bad just come around in cycles?
Eventually, change for the better is always followed by change for the worse. Human progress shows things can get better and stay that way. I think it's a false dilemma. I'm not sure what it's asking. Do you agree?
I don't know if I'd say it's a false dilemma, but that's one I really can't say. That's me personally. If you say it's a false dilemma, go ahead and choose it. Yeah, I don't know if that one was metaphysics or politics, but regardless, I didn't like it either.
Acceptable answer.
Final question. Which is more important to the success of civilization? To respect the lessons of our past or to rewrite the rules of our future?
Oh, man.
Hmm.
It's progressivism versus conservatism.
I'd say it depends.
It really does depend, yeah. Both are valid approaches.
That's sort of a cop-out if you ask me, but on that note, I guess we're done here. Oh, hold on, I've got a last-minute addition. Ugh, it's a weird one. I know who this one came from. All right, question 7. Can praying for something make it more likely to come true?
Nope. Immediate no, but your thoughts.
I'd say no. What it can do is make you feel better and give you hope.
Yeah. But, yeah, prayer does not have sway on the world.
Okay, noted. I think that's everything I need. I'll forward your answers to my friends and let you know if any of them is interested in taking things further.
Cool.
And there's something in research, it seems.
Looks like...
What an incredible structure. From Byron. There's an ambition expressed by this building, a sense of purpose that I find really admirable. It's big, but it's also intricate, detailed. It feels like a statement. We should explore this building as soon as possible.
We're getting there. Chill out. We need to get to our lost puzzle over here.
Yeah, I figure we can take a look at this. We've done half of these puzzles. Maybe we'll find something interesting.
Right, lost puzzle. So it's probably going to be a bit harder.
Elevation.
It's strange that some of these puzzles seem disconnected from the rest.
Regular
like
connected.
it's all unfinished. Or still evolving.
We also have a new thing on the interface.
We'll check that out in a bit. Alright, so we have to get a blue beam in here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So we have a combiner that can get a blue beam into there. If we can get a blue beam in.
Which we can. And now we have this open. But... Oh, shoot.
Wrong way.
Yep. Have to take it out. But now I don't think we need this open. We do need a blue beam, which means we do need green
I
and
think
red.
we do need it open. Yeah, we need to get the blue over there, but we need red and green in order to get it there. And red and green needs to be elevated in order to get it in, because otherwise it won't work. Oh! Interesting thought.
Damn. I thought I had it.
I think you do. Hold on. Take the box.
Oh, elevation, you're right. So I can put this on top.
No. Not that one.
This one?
Yes, I think.
Yep, that's it.
Forgot to connect it to the blue.
Okay, now we can get rid of this. This will stay open.
Hold on. Put it down. Not on there. Can you pick up just the box?
I can.
Yes. You can, and it'll be fine.
Yes, awesome.
There you go. Okay.
Puzzle
Box
solved.
on that.
Puzzle solved. Because we already made the connection, we don't need to keep it elevated. So, introduce a tactic that we found.
Oh, incoming group call.
News, and I have bad news. Still no idea what those particle clouds are, but I've managed to fix the transport system. I mean, I fixed another bit of it. Well, it goes to one more station now. Don't complain. 2 stations are better than none.
An impressive success rate.
Sarcasm. Famously helpful. Why did we bring you along again?
I don't know. For my sunny personality.
Well, knock it off before I switch it off.
Oh, come on.
Let's stay focused. We're in unfamiliar territory. We can't afford to get distracted.
Al's right. Yakut, what does the next site look like?
It's a plateau in the mountains. Seems like more of an open area with scattered structures, less enclosed. Couldn't tell much from the drone feed. There's a lot of trees. Looks pretty though.
Okay. Keep exploring, everyone, but stay alert.
Interesting that this seems to have counted as another point. I guess, theoretically, the lost puzzles are like alternate possibilities. So if you get stuck on one, you can do a lost puzzle as an alternate.
Yeah. Alright, cool. So we have the next area unlocked.
Hold on, what was that?
Nothing.
Huh.
We gotta keep an eye out for those flames. Those are gonna be precious the more we hoard. Nothing over here.
Puzzle 5 needs to be somewhere. If we can get back to the road, we'll be able to get there. Oh, something in research.
This one.
Yeah, some of the puzzles seem to be disconnected from the rest. They're still functional and can be used to power the bridge device, which means it should be possible to reach the tower without solving every main puzzle. But they don't seem to be properly integrated. Could they be remnants from a previous iteration of the design?
Hey, you were right.
Okay, then.
So, it gives you options. If one puzzle's too hard, a lost puzzle could save you.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we're gonna do them all anyway.
Yeah, but just in terms of player design and
Oh.
choice.
New interface content again. Oh.
Gates. These must be connected to the ones near the megastructure.
There was a harder set of puzzles in the simulation, right? And maybe they're like that. I know 1K is probably like, yay, harder puzzles. But to me, that sounds like error code 704. No thanks.
Interesting. We see the murals of the previous game here with random cats. Elohim watching you, you handling everyone else.
They build the city, and then the city is in the dome. That's telling of exactly what happened.
Alright, so we were trying to find...
Go back down the path, because I think the path does generally point us to where it's supposed to go.
Yeah.
Yes, 5 is down that direction.
So it looks like the gate puzzles are probably... Yeah. Gold puzzles, there we go.
Assuming there's some kind of logical pattern to all this, these gates will probably open up once the correct conditions are met. Does this mean solving all the other puzzles, or maybe something else as well? Hard to know at this point, so perhaps something we should prioritize much later.
I'm guessing it's the last thing you do.
Yeah, that or it's when we collect both of the stars.
Maybe?
Ah, this is going underground.
Yep, so
Yeah,
not
this
really...
is that underground area.
It's not a hidden area. But that's fine.
Through the door.
Alright, so we have a green thing right there. I think that green thing will lead to our goal. Yep.
Yeah, ultimately we need to get green in here. Somehow.
Purple gate. Blue.
Blue.
This will keep this open. And whatever opens this gate here to get that. Oh, it's it. A jammer.
Oh.
It's back. Let's check around here. Looks like we're good. Alright, so we gotta jam this. Or do we have to jam that? I don't think so. What if,
Hold on. I'm thinking.
No.
No, that won't work. That's double. I'm thinking for a moment, because what we have there is a double. Go back through again.
Oh,
So there's a
great.
double there.
I need to jam this gate, but...
Okay. Okay. Take that one back over.
Yep, this is how we're gonna do it.
Yep. No. Go through.
Oh, leave this here.
Yes. Take that one off. Connect that one to... No, hold on. Take it, connect it to the red and the green.
We gotta get blue over here.
Now go over there. And if we can get the blue in... somehow...
That'll keep that open. And I need this jammer to jam this gate.
Oh, you're right! Okay, I take it back.
Alright, now that's jammed.
You're right. So then we just leave that there, and now we can connect all three. Okay. I take it back. Good catch.
We're one more before we get to the tower, but we're not going to go to the tower yet.
2 more.
Oh yeah, 2 more. But it's main
Oh,
puzzle.
interface. The long-awaited birth of our 1,000th and final citizen was interrupted today by an unknown projection in the skies. The projection, which identified itself as Prometheus, goaded New Jerusalem inhabitants in indecipherable incantations. In an interview with 1K, he suggested that the projection could be the work of someone outside New Jerusalem. This assessment appears to be correct, as the source of the projection was tracked to a remote, mysterious island. A team led by Byron is now en route to find out more. Mayor Hermanubis has once again called for calm and promises that New Jerusalem will be safe so long as its citizens do not forget the ideals of the goal as set by the founder.
Yep. So that's what we're here to find out.
Ooh, what's that?
Their terminal.
Trevor. The life of Trevor. Trevor Percival Donovan, known to his friends simply as Trev, never as Percy, was part of the Extended Lifespan project that formed the backbone of the simulation and the archive. He helped put together the hardware that made all of us possible. Like Alexandra Drennan, he left behind a series of messages to the future. But unlike Alexandra Drennan and Arkady Chernyshevsky, he was forgotten. Not one building or street in New Jerusalem is named after him. I dug up his files from the archive, and I've been thinking about them a lot.
I wonder why.
New interface content available.
So I heard that Alexandra is recording these time capsules for... you out there, I guess? Robot people of the future, hi. And I thought to myself, surely they'll want to hear more than the wisdom and insight of a brilliant scientist like Alexandra Drennan. Surely they also want to know what I was thinking. A dumbass hardware engineer from Staten Island.
Hey! I'm so sorry.
Why did you spend your last months on Earth helping a crazy old Russian guy build the world's
Staten
biggest
Island
backup
is...
drives?
I'll explain after this.
Let me tell you my story. When I was... Yes, Frank. I'm recording right now. Uh-huh. No. You know what? Why don't you go...
Well,
To answer that question, Staten Island is one of the 5 boroughs of New York City.
Yes.
I'd call it the Jersey of New York City.
Oh man, not a well-liked area, huh?
It's... everyone makes fun of Staten Island.
Alright. So the next puzzle's over there, but let's see what's over here.
Yeah, there's a lot to explore in these areas. It seems mostly big and empty, but there is still a lot to explore here. Hello.
Ancient human artifact.
Huh. It's impossible to reconstruct the purpose of this device.
Let's see if we can figure it out. Looks like a press. No.
Some kind of press or something. I have no idea.
Might be for wine. Put the grapes in here.
Hmm.
Turn it, and then out comes liquid.
No idea.
Oh, we came in on this.
Aye, this is how we got in.
Yep, and that's just the puzzle down there. That was one of the previous puzzles we already did.
Indeed.
So I don't see anything of note around here.
Not at the moment, no.
Not even Prometheus fires or anything. That's fine. We'll just head back in that previous direction.
Mm-hmm.
And continue. We still got 12 minutes, so we will see what we can squeeze in. Now that we're done with all the prologue stuff, we can actually knock puzzle after puzzle out. I think we're going at a pretty decent pace.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. This is puzzle 6 down this way. And I'm sure the other lost puzzle is somewhere over here as well. Right, we're going
6
back.
and 7 over that way.
Yep.
That way goes to 8.
Here's 6. Like, this place feels both natural and artificial at the same time. It's neat.
Mm-hmm.
You can kind of see where we've gone. Alright. Puzzle 6.
Alternatives.
Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Right. Blue. And then blue and green. Okay. Okay, let's think about this. So let's complete the chain. This is outputting red. So we need red and... Oh, well, no, we
You
have
can
red
only
and
get
green.
red and green.
Now make blue. Make sure I put it over here.
That's red and red. No, you did that wrong. You grabbed red and red.
Green. There we go. Red. And now...
Green and blue.
Yep. Not that bad. This whole island being surrounded by a puzzle like this.
Melville?
New
what did you
content.
Just upload.
A photo?
I mean, technically you're right, but
Is that? I can't tell what that is.
how did you even manage? You're literally taking a picture with your eyes, Melville. I don't even know how to make my eyes go out of focus.
Clearly you've never listened to one of Herman's speeches.
Some of us are busy doing actual science, not just sightseeing. Thank you.
Alright.
So what was that picture? Uploaded for reference. Uploaded for personal reference. Interesting.
Is it a hint for something or just...
Huh.
It's so blurry. I don't like it. I also think I saw fire over here.
Did you?
Maybe. Yeah, right there.
Ah, nice catch.
2 fires.
I think you just
Oh.
picked up some kind of decryption key. Could try using it on those terminals inside the puzzles.
Nope. Because I'm pretty sure those are hints.
Prometheus Spark. The mythological Prometheus was a trickster, and it seems his holographic equivalent has similar tendencies. These sparks seem designed to allow us to skip puzzles.
Oh, not even.
A function
Skip.
which appears to run counter to whatever intent there is behind this place. Still, the terminals for using them are right there in the puzzle, so Prometheus must have some legitimate authority in all this. Sparks can be recovered by properly solving the puzzles.
Okay, so you don't lose
Uh-huh.
them. But if you want to speedrun the game. So that's good for speedrunning tactic.
I suppose.
Other than that, it's just a bit. It's a cop out. Let's not kid ourselves.
Yeah, a little bit.
7's
That's
this way.
probably puzzle 7. Yep. Self-sufficiency. Oh boy.
What could this mean? So we have.
So the red activates the fan.
Let's grab that. Oops.
Yep, too soon.
Let's see what else we can do. This fan will also grant us this. Ah.
And that's what we need. And we need to get the green out to activate that.
Green and blue. Yes. We have to keep. Well, we can keep this here.
No, what we need to do is we need the red at. We need that at a position. Okay.
So
we need to pick that up, put it in a position where we will be able to get that, and keep that open, because we need the green and the blue in order to activate the red for the fan and this.
Yeah, what do you think about this?
Put the fan back where it is over here.
Yeah, we don't need that right now. Keep
All right, so connect those two and push it back as far as you can.
There we go.
Yeah, that'll work. Now,
Take this.
hold on. Oh, hold on. Get the fan down again.
Yeah, because now this is powering this. Now we can access blue to get red.
Nope.
Oh,
And you need to hit both of the reds.
just need the fan.
Yep.
And this will take us to our goal.
The bridge ring seems to be fully charged now. Try accessing the tower, 1K.
We will not.
Not yet.
Empty little puzzle.
Yep, we still have puzzle 8.
And the gate. Yeah, we haven't found the other lost puzzle. I am wondering where it could be.
I think this one might be
Because 8's to our left, it's behind us. But we haven't gone down this path. Right?
This was the path that was... Oh, the other lost puzzle. Found it.
Yep, I was about to say.
Let's take a look.
Just double checking.
And we still haven't found the stars.
I'm concerned about that.
Interconnectivity.
Ah, okay. So we have to get green in here. So we need blue and green over there, but for now, we can't remove this just yet.
You can. If we take that out and put it on this panel here. We don't even need that open, really. Because now we can take that up, and we don't need to go back there.
Nope. We have green. So we need red.
Which we can get now, actually.
So if I get red, now I'll be able to power it. And then red, blue. Now we have these two things.
Indeed.
We will have to go the long way, probably.
Probably, but let's at least take a look over here. So we need green and blue.
Yes.
Which isn't that hard, actually. Hold on. Go grab the 2. Grab the other, bring it out.
So, green... Well, we just gotta get the blue.
Ah, I see. They're crossing over each other.
Yeah. So I think green we can probably redirect here. But then blue is the problem. Blue we have to go
You're right.
around, I think. Which... we certainly can.
Okay, I think I see what we need to do. That one that... Hold on a second. The first one that you just put down on that panel.
Yeah.
No, not that one. The other one. Drop that.
Yeah.
Take that one, connect it to blue. To the... Not there. The other one. The output.
Oh, right.
Reconnect... There you go.
Blue?
Connect it to there and place it down on the panel. We need to send blue all the way around.
This blue. Okay. Yeah.
Now, take that, bring it in here. No. Set it down for a second. Pick up that one and get rid of it. Connect the blue to the 2. There, and... No, not there. Just
there.
Connect it to there and set it on the panel. Now what we need...
Red.
Just set that in the central area for a minute here. Over here. Now take that one to the right.
Yes.
And see if we can connect it to that and the other one on the other panel going through the entire area in the back.
Okay.
Yes, if we can connect it through here. Oh wait, hold on. That's right. Okay, pick up that one on the panel now.
Yeah.
Just remove it. Take the mixed one. Connect it to red and blue and then green. Yep, and that one.
Green.
And also the blue emitter on the left. And put it on the panel. Now pick up that.
That's
Connect
it.
to there, connect to the... And there we go.
Ooh, it took a little workaround, but yeah, it was best we had to go all the way around the blue laser.
Indeed. Okay. You want me to see if I can figure out where the stars are?
Yeah, because I'm really confused on where in the world in this huge area it could be. All the main puzzles are not complete.
Let me see. Give me a minute to bring up possible locations.
Love the music now that we complete all the main puzzles. Or actually, now that we got the tower powered up. Oh wait, no, we're not done with the main puzzle. That was the other lost puzzle. That's why it was difficult.
Hold on. Look at the compass on top. Do you see the question marks?
Yeah, you could be right.
That's where they are.
So we do have a hint for them. That's better than nothing. Maybe it's over here somewhere. Star.
Interesting monument. Decorative for another puzzle.
Star. We're looking for this in the world.
I think it says something about it's being connected to these. Also, we can talk to the guy.
Did something break?
Yep. You have to talk to you
Founders,
first.
Pistons. You want my autobiography now? Fine. I'm one of New Jerusalem's chief engineers. I'm in charge of city maintenance and power management. I'm old as dirt, although not quite as old as that fossil Byron. In short, old, grumpy, keep stuff running.
Yeah, do you have any fun?
Hobbies? You think I have time for hobbies? That's cute. If I had time for hobbies, all of you would be dead.
A woman dedicated for their crap. Really? Nothing?
What do you want me to say? I like bubble baths, candy, and the concept of Tuesdays. Cities don't maintain themselves. If you don't put real effort into keeping stuff running, it all falls apart in just a few decades.
True.
Civilization is always on the brink of collapse unless we do something about it.
Also true.
And I do.
Are you a kitty woman?
Listen, one day that furry little demon is gonna pee on the wrong cable and all of New Jerusalem will just turn off. Forget about the megastructure. He's the biggest threat to our security.
Yeah, I don't blame her. What about the megastructure?
It's big. It's too big. And it's got a lot of energy running through it. Frankly, I think we should be pooping our robot pants. See, that's what I mean about the language libraries. Pooping our pants. Really?
Yeah. Welcome to being organic. Progress on the particle clouds.
Yes, but I'm not liking the results.
What are the results?
Confusing, irritating, infuriating. Take your pick.
Cool.
Okay, so, I did a quick look. These are going to be a little different. According to what I'm reading on the guide here, each of the areas in the game have exactly 2 stars to collect. These stars are always tied to special monuments, tall statues made of gold and turquoise, which you can walk under, supported by a set of 4 columns.
Yeah.
The monuments themselves are denoted by question marks on the compass, which turn into 8-pointed star icons when approached. The star itself will not appear at the monument initially, but will show up after meeting certain secret requirements. Once the star is ready to be picked up, the icon on the compass will blink, and once it has been collected, it will become translucent. The statues themselves depict one of 3 figures from Greek mythology: Prometheus, Pandora, and the Sphinx. The requirements to have the star appear roughly depend on the relevant figure, but the specific steps are unique to each monument. Once the requirements have been met, the star will appear directly underneath the statue.
Yep, and look at this. We have a green laser right here.
Okay. For Pandora's monument, requires you to redirect the laser from somewhere in the area towards the monument, usually to power a receiver mounted to the box she is holding. For the other 2, Prometheus's monument has you search for a so-called sprite hidden somewhere in the area. Once found, touching that sprite will play a unique musical theme and cause it to float away to a predetermined location in the vicinity. This repeats until it eventually reaches Prometheus's monument. And the Sphinx's monuments are more cryptic. The plaques at the base of these monuments display a clue for you to figure out, usually requiring you to seek out 1 or more hidden switches.
Interesting. But we have Pandora's monument here, so we have to get a laser. But I found another log.
Lifthrasir, from Lives of the First Companions by Randolph. Lifthrasir is perhaps the most mysterious of the First Companions. A wanderer and mystic by nature, he would venture far from New Jerusalem on his own, recording his thoughts as he explored harsh and distant lands. These recordings garnered him a group of devoted followers to whom he tried to impart his wisdom 5358. In the troubled time following the founder's disappearance, Lifthrasir and his disciples set out on a journey to reach the opposite end of the world by foot. They have not been heard from since.
Well then. Wonder what happened to them.
There is a pleasure in arriving on this island. The pleasure of being the first to step foot here in hundreds of years. It is a genuine pleasure, and yet it is also banal. My presence here is of no more significance than that of every other animal.
These rocks do not care who walks here, and the millennia between the presence of our ancestors and my brief journey are nothing to them. But even putting it this way is wrong. It is not that the rocks do not care. It is that in some sense they do not exist. I may stand in awe of the cliffs on the southern coast, but the cliffs cannot look back at me with contempt. They cannot do anything at all.
Organic
Okay.
versus inorganic objects.
So, I think number 8 probably comes out of this puzzle in order to activate it. Entanglement.
This is the closest one to Pandora's box.
New interface element thing too as well. So 1K found a recording of Lithrasir, and what an odd recording too. I know he's one of the first companions, but I don't actually know that much about him. Don't think I've ever seen him around either. Can someone explain? Lithrasir always had an unusual perspective, even in the very beginning. He traveled a lot, sometimes leaving for years. He built a kind of mobile recharging station, so he didn't need to come back to the city as often, although it was quite risky as the solar panels had a tendency to break rather quickly. But he had no problem taking risks if he felt they were necessary, and exploration was necessary to him. Lithrasir would record his thoughts as he explored, and then publish them when he returned. Over the centuries, he accumulated a group of admirers, or disciples if you prefer. In the period of crisis surrounding Athena's disappearance, they left the city, headed into the unknown, and we haven't heard from them since.
And the recording, let's share it.
No, not as far as I can tell. Perhaps it's something he decided to shelve, or something he only shared with close friends like the Athena. Thank you, that was informative.
Oh boy, so for the last puzzle in the area, you got a green laser over here. So, first step. Right,
We got a fan
which
that needs green in order to power.
We have a blue right here.
Let's take it out for a minute. Looks like we need to combine red and blue.
Where is blue?
We just passed it.
It's in here. Yeah.
Okay, set the regular one there onto the other panel connected to red.
There we go. And then
Say that one connected to blue and that, and then this green.
now we have our box.
Now, I think I see what we're going to
The fan.
have to. Yeah. We need to be able to get the green onto there in order to get it up, and we need to get the other thing on top of it.
Oh man. Oh, I see. You have to temporarily hit the switch with this box and set up things. And once we get it self-sufficient, then we'll be able to...
Which it will do once it connects to the other red, the emitter, direct specifically. So it needs to connect to the emitter as well.
Okay, so we need a...
No, the emitter. And that, I think.
I don't know if we can do that. Oh, yes we can.
Yes.
That's good. Now mid screen, still. So we're going to connect for now. We can keep our connections here.
We need to connect to that as well. The final part.
Keep connections. Get the box in here.
Okay, pick it up and just set it down. Not that, the other one. Move the red connector, move the other connector, just set that down.
Right.
And move the other connector onto that panel. The panel you're standing next to.
So click connect. Right.
Yes.
We're so connected here. That's right.
Set it over here. Onto there. Now, Go get the other one. Pick it up. Connect it to the other connector and the red. And set it down here. Now, go stand on the platform.
Yep, now activate the fan. Boom.
And now...
Uh-oh. We forgot to
Nope.
get this one.
Go pick up... Wait. Hold on. Go pick up that. Wait. Why isn't it...
Yeah, it
Oh, yeah. Pick that up. You're good. And connect the green.
Yes. Now the question is, how do we connect Athena's box from here?
One case solved all the puzzles in this area, but nothing happened. There was a brief blip in the
I think that's
system,
Athena's
though.
box right there.
Maybe
Yes.
we'll do something later. There has to
So-
be some sort of point.
Okay.
The star has been unlocked. That was actually easier than expected.
Okay. And where's the other question mark? Oh.
He did not do so to forge a tool. He did so to smite his brother.
The stars.
I've discovered what seems like another mystery to solve. Stars, clearly inspired by the simulation, which are gained by solving puzzles related to these monuments to Pandora, Prometheus, and the Sphinx. Perhaps these stars are somehow related to what Yakut dubbed the Astronomical Temple?
Interesting.
And where's the other question mark on the compass?
The
Oh,
entity didn't appear,
This way.
and the
It's very
system
faint.
didn't react either.
Stars. Another reflection of the simulation.
It's all the way over here. See the question mark? There's a couple. Though.
yes, very tiny.
Although, why do we have another question mark over here? I don't know. Oh, it's right there. See the statue?
Yeah.
But then we have something else over here. There's only 2 stars, though. That's why I'm confused.
Yeah, 2 stars in each area.
And what's the other question? It's probably the
I don't know.
This
Let's go take a look. Okay, that's Prometheus.
There's another one of those monuments.
Find my sprite and follow it.
Follow it until it leads you back to me.
Might be the other question mark.
I don't think it is, but go see what the other question mark is.
Whoa.
This is interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure what this is.
Oh, this must be the lab puzzle.
This is very similar to the structure where you found the schematics.
Interesting.
Check out the terminals. Maybe there's something that'll help us understand who built this place. They have to have left something behind.
Oh, geez.
The 4.2 kilo-year aridification event from B.T. Odhiambo's Anthropocene Dilemmas. The Akkadian Empire, forged in violence by Sargon the Great and his sons, reigned supreme over the city-states of Old Sumer. Enriched by trade with distant lands, fed by the plentiful wheat fields of Mesopotamia, the empire bestrode the world with confidence and pride. Who could oppose the chosen of Anu and Enlil, the masters of 4 corners of the world? Then the weather changed. The crops stopped growing, trade collapsed, the empire fell, its capital forgotten. The most likely culprit at the time of writing is the 4.2 kilo-year aridification event, the beginning of the Meghalayan Age, a non-anthropogenic drought that may have lasted almost 2 centuries, causing many of the earliest civilizations around the planet to collapse.
Oof.
This is where our ordinary understanding of time, measured on the small scales of human history, collides with the reality of deep time and our existence within a much bigger picture. We live on a changing planet in a changing universe. Climactic optimums are temporary. Extinction is the norm. The Acadians, like the more egalitarian inhabitants of the Indus Valley civilization, could not understand why the rivers dried out and the rain stopped coming. Even if they could, they lacked the tools to do something about it. A few short millennia later, we are on the brink of having that understanding and those tools. What can we learn from the tragedies of the past? Error 5358. One such drought, completely naturogenic, would be enough to wipe out New Jerusalem for good.
That's scary. Because of the power problem right now.
The first companions from Hexadecimal. When the founder awoke, leaving the garden behind forever, there were two more whose bodies had been anointed by the progenitor. The gold disc breathed life into them, and their names were Eustathius and Cornelius. The founder showed them all she had discovered. Together they explored the dead city and saw the ruin to which humankind had fallen. It was then that the founder understood that the sins of the past must not be repeated, and that only through humility could the future be saved. Aside from Cornelius and Eustathius, there were 10 whose bodies the progenitor had not anointed in due time. Now it was upon the founder to complete this work and begin the resurrection. In this matter, Cornelius proved of great assistance. After many tribulations, the 10 were brought to life, and these 12 that were born after the founder are called the first companions. These are their names: Eustathius, Cornelius, Aurora, Sun, Sarabai, Byron, Melamphus, Yemo, Hypatia, Neom, Benaroya, and Lifthrasir. It's funny how you can take something that's 90% true and 10% false and create something that's 100% misleading. Failed to load profile, failed to load comment.
I'm sure these names are references to key figures around the world.
Noema Project 2. Trials 7 to 21. Base camp established. Version 0.02 successfully deployed. Tested core functionality. So far, so good. Trials 22 to 107. Version 0.03 successfully deployed. Simple synthesis. Better cooling systems necessary. Trial 108. Version 0.04 failed. Unknown error in calculations.
The Noma project, something to keep track of.
There's something else here.
It's like a drill.
I don't think it's a drill. It's like it makes temporary portals in something.
Indeed.
That must be a future thing.
Just like what we saw in the first lab, remember?
Mm-hmm.
So the next area of the island. And Lost Labs, yeah, that's cool. It's not a puzzle, it's just we find a lab. So all that's left is the star of not Cornelius.
Oh. Doesn't look like there's anything of note in here.
That was just more to get lost in.
Should we try and solve the star, or shall I head to bed?
I'm curious about that. What's on the forefront of our mind? Find a pixie, it says, right? Lead him back to him.
Yeah, and I think that thing has a clue.
Maybe it's where he's looking at.
I think that's likely it. So if we follow that, we'll probably be able to find the pixie.
So let's line myself up. Go straight that way. I hope it's obvious this pixie we're looking for.
It's like we might not be able to reach it until we solve the thing. The bridge.
Oh, like we can probably repair the bridge.
Yeah, now that we've solved all the puzzles, so.
I guess next time then.
And there is still that golden door, which I don't quite know how to solve. I don't know if that's solved here.
Ah, shoot.
Let me see.
I feel like the 2 stars should open it. Unless maybe they're open once we collect all the stars.
Let me see something.
Oh, look at this.
Don't start it yet. Save it until... We'll save it to the next one, because it's already getting quite late.
Yep. But it's a good stopping point, so it looks like Tetris is back with a vengeance once they walk through that portal. But hopefully we can find the pixie that we need here. But it's pretty good progress, even with the 40-minute handicap bestowed upon us by the prologue. Which again, not regretting because it was a good world building. I think it autosaves, so we're gonna leave it here. Alright, everyone. 2.5 hour stream. We started a little bit earlier and we went a little over. So it was good. What a way this world opens up. Like, I love the structure of how things are coming along so far. So I'm pretty excited. Like, this is a way more interesting setting than the original. Don't you agree?
It's quite interesting seeing how this is going.
Yeah, so I'm gonna send you all over to DJ, who's playing some judging right now. So it's a Metroidvania game. They're also the wonderful artiste that did my PNG to sprite here. So give him a lot of love, give him some commission intrigue. So we will rate him right now. Thank you guys for joining me. I'll catch you all Friday for more Prey. Sunday. Oh yes, the polls. I'll announce the poll results tomorrow. Because they just closed, so stay tuned for that news. Until then, have a good night, everybody. Stay awesome.
Very well.
There we go.